Alright, welcome everybody. Got a match on our feature table here. This is in the gold division, so it'll be a race to 5. We got Paul Sapp and Vicky Rose from British Columbia, Canada. And they are taking on Steve Tamura and Stacy Moses. This is a one-loss side match, so both of these teams have a loss. The loser will end their tournament experience in the Scotch doubles. Winners will go on to play another one. The winners play another one after this. That's right. They get to play another day. Paul came over. It's like, hey. Hello, Tim. How you doing out there? Thanks for joining us. Should be a good match here. Okay, so Stacy broke the balls. Got a pretty nice spread, but made the wrong ball. So that is going to give Sapp and Rose the ball in hand anywhere on the table, and Paul is at the table now looking to see where he would like to got a feeling they're going to take the stripes here. Alright, so Paul's decided to start with this 13. I think he was wanting to maybe get the 8 out of there. It didn't happen. But he's left Vicky a shot on the 11. I know Paul and Vicky, they've been playing Scotch doubles together for many years. They play down at Nationals, BCA Nationals in Las Vegas every year. So they know each other pretty well. Oh, Vicky tried to fit that 14 by there, just didn't quite make it. Well, she has not left a whole lot. I believe the 6 does go. Boy, if it doesn't, they would have no shot at all, really. Steve's looking at things now. Sure he'd like to get that 7 off the rail there, but that's pretty risky going into it. Okay, he's electing to play safe here off the 4, it looks like. Oh, he was able to cut the 4 in. Wow. Well, he didn't really want to bump the 2 up there. He's left Stacy very little to shoot at without that bump. Looks like she's got the 5, but the cue ball will be headed straight for the lower corner pocket off that 14 if she shoots that. She may have to play some sort of a safety off the 1 up here. Or this might be a good time to get that 7. Okay, she's gonna, I think she's called the, oh, okay, she's banking the 2. And she made it. Left her partner shape on the 1. He'd love to come 2 rails and get on that 7 if he could. Or at least get down there and be able to shoot the 5. Right about where his hand is. Yeah, if you could get there, right there, Steve, you're you're doing real good. All right, Tim, we'll look forward to seeing you later today. Bring your cues. May have some mini tournaments later today. Oh, Paul's decided let's get a referee to watch this. Okay, so our referee's in position. That was a nice shot, very nice shot. So Steve's got the 5 up here in the upper right-hand corner. He's looking at the 6. Boy, I wouldn't want to save that 7 till the end, but maybe. All right. He's left Stacy the 6 in the side. She's going to have to get him pretty much perfect on that 7. Okay, so Paul's left Vicky a pretty nice shot on the 9 here. All these stripes have a pocket. They all go. Okay, Vicky rolls that ball in nice. Paul's got the 15 in the corner. The 9 and the 8. Alright, so Paul Sapp has this 8 ball to roll it in. Put his team on the board first. And he does. Man, that was pretty darn close to that side pocket. Okay, so Sapp and Rose take a 1-0 lead, and they have the break in game number 2. Welcome everybody to Bad Boys TV. You're watching Scotch doubles action from the Northwest 8-Ball Championships in the beautiful Snoqualmie Casino, Washington State. This is Brett Baker bringing you the action today. Alright, Paul's ready to break. I believe I heard something go down. And when Vicky got up out of her chair, that confirmed that. I think they like to take stripes, but I don't see a whole lot. See anything really good to start with the stripes. Got a 15-12 combination, and that is about it. But there's not a whole lot to start with the solids either. If I was Paul, I would have played better shape for his partner off that break. He's over here listening to me. He's blaming the commentator on that shot. Hey, Kevin. It's, let's see. We've got a tower here. It's probably a good 12 to 15 feet in the air. It's pretty cool. It was like the only place we had that we could mount this one. We do have another one. Our other camera on our secondary table is a little more normal angle. Yeah, it is always the commentator's fault. I have cost people matches, games. I can jinx anybody. Just ask Rick. There was a guy who had ball in hand on the 8-ball. And I said, all right, he's going to take a 4-3 lead or something. And he missed it. So, yeah, it can happen. Yeah, you think, but I'm slow. I'm a slow learner. The great thing about that guy is he came up and apologized to me. He says, oh, I'm so sorry. I know you were like, I said, yeah, I was counting. He says, yeah, that was the problem. So was I. Keep in mind, players, it's not the commentator's fault if you dog it. Alright, so Steve rolls that ball in. Would have liked to have come up a little higher for shape, I think, but let's see what Stacy has here. I think she can still cut this 14 in. Yeah, missed ball in hand in the 8, and it was like in the gold division. It wasn't like it was a beginner. The guy just totally one-stroked it and shot it right into the point. Well, pocketed the ball for Paul and Vicky, and missed the 14, so that's going to bring Paul Sapp to the table. Looks to me like the 6 probably goes. He's walked down, looked at it. He'd love to get on that 2. Alright, he's made the 6, knocked the 2 out of there very nicely. It came up. Well, Vicky's probably going to have about a 4-2 combination here. Now it looks like she might just be shooting straight at the, okay, yeah, she's got the 2. And she bumps the 8 down to the bottom rail. It's not horrible. I don't know that it really went where it was before, so. Okay, so Paul's got this 3, can get Vicky out for the 4. No, it wasn't scotch, it was singles. The guy was like so embarrassed, like, I'm so sorry. He ended up winning the match, but still it was like, oh my goodness. But Rick made sure that I got full blame for that one. I think he even had a nickname for me. I don't remember what it was, but okay, hopefully that 8 goes by the 14. Oh my goodness. Well, it doesn't now. That cue ball had some serious spin on it when it hit that bottom rail. Yeah, I think the Jinxinator might have been, that might have been one of them. So I guess I should say, all right, he's got no chance of making this ball at all. That way, when he makes it, oh. Okay, that was a nice shot. He used that 8 to block the pocket pretty well. They've got the 15 all the way up. Yeah. Steve's taking a look at that 14. But I do not think it passes. Okay, they got a nice angle here if they want to take this on. Stacy could shoot that 9 and spin into the 14. But it's risky. You have to make the ball if you're going to do that. I think she's looking at the 10. She could shoot this 10, draw back a little bit, and pretty much leave Steve the same shot. Okay, she's made the 10. He's got the 12. He might be able to bump that 14 out off the 12. Shoot the 12, come off to the side rail, and maybe bump it out. Pretty tough shot here. Well, they've got this 9 ball. Maybe the 14 will bank out of there. I don't. They haven't moved it. If it doesn't bank, I really would not want to be. Okay, I just heard her call safety, it sounded like. That's a nice shot. That is a very, very nice shot. I think if I'm Vicky right now, I am shooting this way and coming in. Make sure you hit it. Call it just in case. Oh, they're going to get a referee. But that's kind of how I would. I think she may be looking at this kick. My lines are terrible. I put too much English on the telestrator. Here comes the referee. Boy, that was a great shot. Great shot. That was a great shot, Vicky. So Sapp and Rose take a 2-0 lead. She really needed to come off that bottom rail. That was a very nice shot.
Thank you, Mr. Paul.
Paul's over here congratulating the ref on a great call.
You know what your cohort told me a while ago? He wants me to put them headsets. No. People can't understand Okie.
All right, so Tamera and Moses have the break in game number 3. Yes, magic racks are allowed at this table, or I mean at this tournament, but they are not provided. If you have your own magic rack, you may use it. You also have to allow your opponent to use it if they wish. I don't think he quite got as high enough as he would have liked to break that 4 out. Doesn't look like he's left Stacy the angle to go into the 4. He wanted to roll up about another 18 inches or so. Alright, cut this 7, back cut this 7 in. Should leave a shot on the 8. And he did. Stacy's just got to roll this in. This is a nice out. They needed it. Alright, cuts the lead to 2-1. They've shown there's no quit in them. They're here to play. This match is not going to be as easy as we thought. In for a battle. Okay, so Paul's got the balls racked up. Alright, good solid hit on the cue ball. Dog to 7. I don't think anything fell. The 7 looked like it was going and just hung. Yep, so Steve is walking out there to the table to kind of look things over. Well, Steve and Stacy would like nothing better than to have another nice out here. They've taken the stripes. She's looking at the 12 on the side. I believe the 10 still cuts and he could open up that 11, 15 if he wanted to. Okay, he took the 14, came around, and he's left Stacy nice on the 9. And she might want to go into the 11 off of this 9. I wouldn't go into it hard, though. Very nicely done. Perfect. Steve can shoot this 15. Just draw back a little bit for the 11, 10 on the side, 8 ball, and we will be tied. sharper than she wanted. I think they're okay though. Steve can still cut this in the side. Come up table and back down for the 8. Stacy walked over. She's standing next to Paul, and she's just laughing like, "What the world was that?" Oh, he's overcut it a little bit and hit the point. All right, so that's going to bring Vicky to the table. They've got a real mess with that 2-5-6 just below the side pocket. And she's come over to talk to Paul about what kind of strategy they want to use here. All right. They've decided on what they want to do. Not jinxing them. Hey, it's what I do. I can jinx people with the best of them. Okay, so Paul is going to play this 1 off the 10 into the side, I believe. Broke everything out. Nice shot, Paul. Oh, but he's blocked the 4 with the 10. Didn't get a whole lot of love from that 10 ball. Stray cue ball rolling through. Vicky's got an angle on that 6 now to go into the 4, but I kind of like shooting a 3, get Paul a little closer. Give him about that same angle. She's going to go ahead and shoot this 6, though. She feels comfortable. Okay. She broke that out nicely. I believe Paul has the 2 in the side.
Are you insane?
Put your headphones on. Brett, welcome to Buffalo Bill.
Rick's gonna
There you go.
Rick's gonna force Bill to do some commentary here. Buffalo Bill, huh?
We're gonna build him an alter ego.
He says y'all gonna have to learn how to speak Okie for him to commentate.
Well, that's pretty close to Washingtonian. But that's Tamera and Moses against Sapp and Rose.
It's Moses that cut off the S. Our scoreboard leaves a little to be desired.
So it's Sapp and Roses against Tamera and Rosie? Moses?
Moses, yeah.
Okay. And Mr. Sapp is going to have to sink all these solid balls.
The old cheat sheet has their first names on it too, so
Really? Okay.
oh, isn't that nice?
I know Paul's first.
You know Paul's first name.
Yeah.
All right, Paul looks like he's not able to hit this 2, so
He needs to play a little defense, I think.
yeah, I think he can come off, just bank that 5 off the rail and hook him behind the 2.
But we're not going to go tell Paul that.
He's kind of jacking up like he's going into it hard, so.
Well, he's from Canada. Vicky Rose.
Oh, I don't know that was a good hit. I think he may have hit the rail first.
Well, I wasn't watching. I was reading names. He didn't call a referee anyway.
Yeah, they didn't call you over there, but I think that hit the rail first. Paul looked over at, did you foul? I said, yeah, I think you did.
Just froze bad. Just bad. I was afraid he might do that.
So that's going to give Stacy ball in hand on this 10. Just come off the rail out for the 8.
They ought to be going from here.
Ought to be, but you just don't ever say
Yeah,
it.
don't ever say never. You see, okay.
Now I know when I used to watch like Mike Siegel on doing commentary, he'd go, oh, I don't like this shot. I like him straight in. I'm thinking, come on, this is not that hard a shot. Putting drama in there when there is, and then he, all right, Steve handles that well. Ties this match up at 2.
That was an unfortunate leave, Victoria. Did you see that, Les? Do you believe that? Well, places.
Throw a rock at him.
All right, we're close enough. The players come over here, kind of give us some commentary. Well, and when you know some of these people too, they go over. They know we're watching and that we're talking about them.
That's right. Especially Mr. Sapp. Now, this is a race to 5.
This is a race to 5, and we're 2-2.
Well, the other races are 4?
Yeah, in the silver division, it's a race to 4.
Oh, okay, I got
We
you.
have gold and silver.
Gold and silver. And
Which isn't confusing at all because we were just down in Arizona and they had platinum and gold. I guess they were trying to like raise everybody's self-esteem or something. They had 2 divisions, but they were platinum and gold. The year before they were gold and silver. It's like, oh.
so I guess the value of the element is how hard you have to play, right? If you're gold, you got to play better than you are silver.
Well, if you're in the gold, you do play better. Hopefully. You have in the past, let's put it that way.
I can understand
What they
that.
did for this tournament was they took the entries and they took the top half and they are in the gold division, and the bottom half of the Fargo rates were in the silver division.
Cool.
All the information from this tournament will go into Fargo. Paul came over with a bunch of excuses. Something about his aim and juice is a little low.
Well, he aims in metric.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's aiming in metric because he's Canadian A. Pool's kind of confusing sport, you know. They shoot with like a 58-inch cue with a 13-millimeter shaft.
Well,
Pool players and stoners, they don't know which way they want to measure. You know,
That's
they use them both.
I understand that.
You can buy an ounce of weed, but then you can also buy a gram.
If they start selling stuff by the kilo, I ain't never going to be able to buy vegetables. What the heck is a kilo of potatoes?
Yeah. Oh, Stacy, that was a nice shot. I think she wanted to hold for that 3 ball, but
Steven can figure it out.
Yeah, he plays pretty strong. I think the one may pass. He's looking at it. Now he's... Yeah, I think the one passes. He looked at that, and then he went down to look at the 7. Could he get Stacy on the 7?
Yep, there it goes.
Nicely done.
What's she going to do, into the rail and come back out for
Apparently the 7 goes. I think she can shoot this and just draw back a little bit for the 3 on the side. We'll see.
We'll see.
Pretty impressed with Stacy's game. She plays very well.
Well, she did a pretty decent job on that one.
Yep, she's left him nice into the side. He can roll forward for the 5 in the corner.
Depending on how straight he gets on that, what they can go after that 4. What is that, the 4 down there?
Yeah, we've got the 4 and the 5 down here. If she can get him good on the 5, yeah, then you can get her on the 4 and get back down table for the 8. We'll see.
They're going to be able to do this one with no trick shots.
Okay, he brought her back out. Okay, well, she can take the 4. Now he put her in a perfect window. She can shoot the 4 and just stop right there for the 5.
And roll out for the 8.
And if he did somehow hook her, she would have had the 5. But yeah, this is perfect. I don't even know if I would have tried that position. Now, does he have the angle to get, because he's got to play the 8 in that lower right-hand corner. Oh, or maybe it does go by the 15.
I think
Okay,
it'll go by that 15.
it must, or else he wasn't thinking very clearly. Okay, so Stacy's just got to pocket this, and they'll take their first lead of the match. She does nicely.
They did
Tamera
that.
and Moses go up 3-2.
Shot that just like they knew what they
We've
were
had
doing.
quite the momentum switch here.
Old Mo.
After being down 2-0, they reel off 3 in a row.
Now they're up 3-2.
These Canadians are going to have to stop the bleeding. Paul's back here in our booth.
We're going to have to get him a millimeter Band-Aid.
Well, I like what Sapp and Rose are doing here. Paul's not breaking this time.
She breaks it. Once she's eating stuff off the table, she's so
Got to give him a hard time. Hey, if things aren't working for you, mix it up a little.
we all think right now. She breaks off the side.
Okay, let's see how she looks over here like, are you playing or commentating, Paul? She kind of gave you a look like, are you playing or commentating? Okay. Looks like Vicky's going to use the second ball down break here. She did. Oh, she made a ball. She kept the cue ball out there. Paul's all excited. He went, practically ran to the table. We're probably a good, I don't know, 20 feet from the table. Far enough that they can't hear what we're saying up here, but
They know we're talking about them.
they do, and this is not the first match where we've had players just kind of come back. A lot of times we're up on a podium, and so we're kind of separated that way. Here we're just right down on the floor, so that makes it a little more inviting for them to just step back and go, oh, did you see that? Or this is Bill Doherty.
No, that's
from
not. That's Buffalo Bill.
Buffalo Bill Doherty from Oklahoma with me here in the booth. He was a little shy about putting the headphones on, but Rick came over and made him do it.
Rick is really convincing sometimes.
Yeah, he can be. He can be.
actually don't
Bill's actually the referee on duty in the room, I think.
I probably am.
I don't see Dwayne in here. And Paul's playing.
Well, we'll watch for
So,
hands to go up or
that's
sticks
right.
to
Yeah,
go up.
so I'll help you watch for a cue that goes up. It's funny how easy it is to see them in here when you're commentating, but
Well, as long as I can see them.
oh, Paul pulled the trigger a little quick on that one and missed the 9.
Was he jacked up? I didn't see it.
He was just kind of reaching out there, but
That was a shoot and pray.
he kind of shot it a little quick. Okay, so Steve's going to come to the table. They've got solids kind of bunched up here. Nothing really good to start with. But if they can somehow pull this out, they will be on the hill. Where Sapp and Rose are trying to tie this match back up. Okay, so he's going to cut this 7. He's back cutting the 7 into the corner. That'll change things around a little. Well, he didn't make it, but
He got a good shot there. Or he got a good leave anyway.
he hung the cue ball. I think Vicky's going to have the 15 ball. They're still going to have to do something with that 10.
What you gonna do? Cut that 15 and follow it?
I think she can come to the side rail and out. She'll kind of be headed towards that 14, but that'd be okay. Nicely done. She bumped it out there. Ball can shoot either the 9 up here or he can shoot that 14. I kind of like shooting the 9 and use the 14 to maybe get on the 10. And that's what Paul's going to do.
That's what he's going to attempt to do.
That's right. He's going to attempt it.
And
Okay, that's
he got
pretty good. Got plenty of angle. Vicky can look at this. She can cut this 14 in the side.
I think some traffic's going to get in her way after.
I was going to say this is a tough order to get on that.
Maybe she can put some kilos behind it.
She's going to have to put some juice. Rick comes up. Buffalo Bill is in the booth. Oh.
I ain't never going to live this down. That's exactly what I figured.
Yeah, that was a tough.
That was a good try, though. Being from Oklahoma, I would have just put so much low left on that thing, it probably jumped off the table.
I think Paul can see the edge of this 10. That's nicely done. All right, that'll bring Stacy to the table. She's going to have a shot on the 2, but it won't be an easy one.
I think what she's going to do, I don't think she's going to really try to make that too low.
Well, they certainly have the upper hand here. They can play a lot of different safeties. She could just thin that 4. I like kind of just hitting the 4 thin, bring the cue ball out over this way.
Yeah, or send it across the other rail.
She's looking at the 2, though, and it's really a free shot as long as you don't knock the 10 out of there.
Well, she's game. Let's see how she pulls it off.
It's a little tougher shot. She's left-handed. I think she just called safety. Yeah, okay.
Well,
She's
she
just,
did it. She did the same thing we said, except she did it off the rail.
yeah, she. Okay, so Vicky can see the edge of the 10. She's definitely going to want to bank it out of there. She might be able to bank this in the corner. I don't know.
She's gonna give it a shot.
I think it's real possible she can see enough to bank this 10.
Or at least get it out of that trap.
Yeah, and at least get it out of there and put some pressure on them to run out.
Yeah. Get it out there in the middle so Paulie get a shot at it.
Well, they got a little insurance because the 3, 6, and 5 are all on the same rail, so that makes the out a little tougher.
Did she call that?
I didn't see. She must have. She must have.
She probably did.
I don't think she really wanted the cue ball to go back down in there, but she's okay.
Now we got the chat running. That's all right. Let's see what Stevie's going to try to pull off.
Okay.
Well, he's got it.
That's a nice shot. I think I would just shoot this 1 and roll in there and get on that 6.
Yeah, and you can get both of them if you
Yep,
get in there right.
get the 6 and a 3 out of there. They got a good opportunity here.
What is that, the 7 down there on that?
Yeah, 7's down on the bottom rail there. Okay. They've got this 6 ball here. I like shooting this 6 and coming between the 4 and the 10. Maybe get on that 7.
Or get back up there on that 3. Is that the 2 down here behind him?
Yeah.
Decisions.
Well, and they're big ones.
Yep.
The decisions he makes now determines what he's going to be doing the rest of the day. Okay, he was able to pocket the 6. And he's left Stacy either the 2 or the 4, whichever she chooses. She's going to take the 2.
Come on back there.
Come
girl.
on, come on,
Oh,
come
she
on.
made it.
All right. I think he's got a shot on the 3.
They've seen this shot before, I bet you. Oh, come on.
Yeah.
That may cost him. That's going to leave a mark.
Yeah, that's a tough one. He was worried about double hitting the cue ball, and he pulled his cue out of the way a little bit quick. All right, so Paul's got a straight in shot on the 10. Just wants to shoot and stop right there. Leave Vicky the 8 in the side. Okay, he stunned it forward a little bit. She'll have the 8 in the corner. No biggie.
Ain't no step for a stepper.
That must be in Oklahoma thing.
No, I think that actually came out of Texas.
Oh, did it? Well, okay. Somewhere down south.
Yeah, somewhere down there.
All right, Vicky rolls that 8 in, and we are tied at 3.
trees and trees.
Yeah, it's kind of nice to be able to look out the window here, see trees that aren't on fire.
That's correct. And the whole state don't smell like a fireplace.
Mm. We got some big old campfires going on up in this part of the country right now.
We flew through a lot of smoke last night, but we never did see a fire.
Well, usually the smoke is so thick, yeah, you can't see the flames down here. Alrighty. So Steve's racked the balls up. He's going to be ready to rake these up. We got ourselves a race to 2 now.
A race to 2. And we got Steven fixing to crack them.
Alright, so here we go. Well, he let Whitey get away a little bit, but he's made a balls. Got a pretty good spread.
And they're going to have to make a decision.
Yeah, he's left Stacy choices. She's got shots on stripes and solids. It's just what she chooses.
This would be the time to confer with your buddy.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be telling. I mean, he seems to be just like letting her make the decision.
Well, that'd probably be a good thing.
We had a Scotch doubles match in Arizona last week that was just. I wished we could have had cameras on the two couples, like when they were in their chair.
Yeah.
One was just they were happy. I mean, one of them made a mistake. It was like, hey, don't worry about it. You know, you'll get the next one. The other one, oh, they were at each other's throats. I thought they was going to kill each other. I was like, oh my goodness. I said, man, this was a lesson in how to play Scotch doubles, how not to play Scotch doubles.
Humility.
Oh. Well, she pocketed a ball, but it wasn't the ball she had called. So Paul comes to the table, still open. He's going to shoot the 5.
And
He was hoping to maybe break out that 7, but he didn't. He didn't get there. Vicky's going to have the 1 ball up here. Well, don't know that she really wanted to knock that 2 over. That 11 has got everything blocked right now.
be a good time to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I would be tempted to maybe just shoot the 2 into the 11, get it out of there.
Yeah, call it. Because he's almost straight in it.
Yep, he called it. So he's going to try to, he hopes to follow it in, but if he doesn't, he wants to leave the 2 right
He
there.
probably heard us.
Wow, look at that.
Ain't nothing
Okay.
wrong with a little that Canadian look.
little tip in there at the buzzer. Easy shot. He comes over and looks at easy shot.
Yeah, you're going to have to wipe all the grease off that 2 ball.
Yeah. Keeps dropping his chalk and he can't find it on the floor here.
Well, he didn't wear his contacts today. You know, you may be right. I may be the only stinking referee.
I think you are the only referee in the room. But everybody seems to be playing nice right now.
Yeah, they ain't throwing rocks at each other. Charles.
Okay, so Vicky made a nice shot on the 4. Got Paul on the 6. They still have that 7 that they got to contend with down there.
He maybe, but no, he can't bring that back way down in that corner.
Yeah, that's what he's looking at. I don't know. We'll see.
You can't ever tell about Paulie. Well, that's one way to hit it.
Well, yeah, he's got all kinds of. I don't know if they've got the. Let's see whose turn. Oh, it must be. No, here comes Steve. Okay, it must be his turn. Stacy looked like she's on her phone. Paul's crawling around the floor looking for his chalk. It's on a clip. He keeps knocking it off of his belt. When it hits the floor, he can't find it on the.
On the rug.
Well, you know, and it hits the rug and starts rolling. It's probably under a table somewhere.
That is a pretty rug in here.
You see some amazing. You see carpets you just wouldn't see anywhere else when you go to casinos.
Yeah. They call this a ballroom. I thought a ballroom is where you danced.
Well, they got a disco ball in here. What are you doing?
Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, I'm from Oklahoma, and when we have a ballroom, you can dance on the floor.
Oh, yeah. You don't carpet your ballrooms
No,
there,
we
huh?
don't.
Just sweep the dirt off and
We put all of our carpet in churches.
you move the hay off to the sides and
You bet.
sweep the dirt.
Ain't nothing like scooting a boot over a wooden floor.
That's right. All right, Stacy's got the 14 here, and she's hoping. Okay, she bumped out the 15. That's exactly what she wanted to do. Steve said something to her, and they all got a laugh. It's great when they can say something and all four people are laughing. Stacy high fives one of her friends who's taking a score sheet up to the tournament desk.
Must have been a wiener.
Yep. Oh, nice shot. Well, he hit a nice shot and didn't get much love off that 8-ball.
No, he didn't.
Stacy's going to have her. I like just thinning off the bottom of the 13 there and kind of just leave them behind the 8.
That would be a fantastic shot.
Just leave them right down about where that piece of chalk's sitting.
I think she's looking at it. Oh, she's going to call that ball.
She's been pretty aggressive through this match, and it's paid off well for her. I think she's shooting the 13, 8, 15
That
combination.
looks to me like she is.
And she scratched. She scratched.
That's horrible.
But
She got that hole block.
she did block the hole that Paul and Vicky need for the 8. So yeah, she hasn't seen a shot she's afraid of yet. And she's made some really nice ones.
Ain't too many pool games that have been played.
Couple wasn't. Oh no, Steven. They were. Where were they from? New Mexico. They were a couple from New Mexico.
New Mexico.
I think that the people you were talking about were busy in Spokane last week. I think they were running the Spokane Open. All right, so Vicky's pocketed the 6, left Paul a nice angle on the 7. Let's see if he can get her lined up for the 8 in the same corner.
Uh-oh.
Nope. I don't know if he miscued or if he just missed it.
I think he just missed it. He was worried too much
But,
about the lead.
yeah, hasn't left a hole. I mean,
This is a bad shot.
oh, he said it was just a bad shot.
Yeah, he just missed it.
Vicky just smacked him with a pull. No, it's good.
Well, I bet he won't miss another one like that.
It's not the first bad shot she's ever seen him shoot, I'm sure. So
Yeah.
these two have played a few Scotch doubles matches together.
Well, yeah, they're both cantankerous.
They
Both get good.
You've got to know your partner's going to shoot some good ones and some bad ones.
There you go.
Well, Steve tried to go rail first and make that 15, but just didn't quite. So that'll bring Miss Vicky to the table. That hole is still blocked for the 8. And she's got kind of a tough shot here on the 7.
She's going to have a tough time hiding that cue ball.
I think Paul's asking her if she can bank the 7 back into that 15. I don't know that bank is on or not. Yeah, they can be pretty entertaining sometimes, Stephen. I've seen them play Scotch. Okay, so she's calling a 7 right there where the 15 is. She really wants to make sure she makes the 15 and just leaves the 7 sit there, though, if she doesn't make it. Cue ball should come up table and leave very little for the 13 if the 7 doesn't follow. If 7 does go, Paul should have a shot on the 8. Oh, she overbanked. She overjuiced it just a little bit and hit the 13.
Just a tad overdone.
I wasn't sure she could. That was a heck of a bank.
I can't see down there.
Well, I think Stacy's just going to want to roll that 15 in and leave the cue ball right there for the 13 all the way up.
Paul's over here looking for an instant
Paul's over here
replay.
saying, don't tell her what to do. What do you mean? I've been coaching you the whole time.
That's why I'm missing. That's what's going on.
Okay, so she came out a little far.
I can smell a defensive shot coming here.
Can you? Defense is in the air.
That's right. Either that or the building's on fire.
All
There you
right,
go.
the defensive shot came out. So Paul will be kicking at this 7. He could kick this in the side, but I don't even think he called. I don't think he called anything. All right,
Yeah,
there it goes. There it
He
goes.
heard us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Paul. You're welcome.
Good try, Lucille.
Was a good try, but I don't think it's going to pay off very well. Stacy's got this
dividend.
13.
No dividend on that one, Paulie.
He looked over here and said, tough. Well, and where he left it is going to be even tougher if they were to get another shot. All right. Stacy fires that in, leaves her partner perfect.
Hey, I'll be up.
He's just going to have to roll this in. Oh, needs a bridge.
Uh-oh.
Or no, okay, an extension.
Yeah, he's got that.
Putting his extension on his cue. Now he's got about an 80-inch cue. An 80-inch Earl Strickland special.
Did you see him last time he played?
Oh, my goodness.
Did you see the fingers?
Yeah.
I mean to tell you, that was horrible.
All right, so Tamura and Moses reach the hill first. They're up 4-3. Yeah, there was quite a discussion about those finger.
I mean, he had a bionic arm there. Yeah, there was some people questioning it.
Well, I think to me the wrap on your finger is legal, but when you start building your fingers up to be longer, no, that's not legal.
Well, he looked like he's turning his hand into a bridge.
Well, that's pretty much what he was doing. Yeah.
And he still lost.
I've never been a real fan of his. I mean, I won't argue that he's talented, but I think he did more to hurt this game than help it. But that's my opinion. I know many people out there don't share that opinion.
His personality was kind of wet, but he was a good shooter.
Oh, he's a great shooter, and I even liked his personality. I mean, he added some personality to the game and made it exciting when he was on TV, but he just always seemed to go a little too far.
Yeah. Controversial. What is it when you're always in battle mode? Yeah.
Well, I think he always played best when he felt like it was him against the world. Everybody was out to get him, and so.
Back when I was young, I was playing with a chip on your shoulder. Is that what that was?
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about Earl.
Earl the Pearl.
Funny thing is, if you talk to Shane Van Boning, Earl is his hero. Boy, he grew up just idolizing Earl, and it's like he couldn't be further from Earl.
They are on opposite sides of the compass.
The only thing they have in common is a long cue.
That's correct.
And a straight stroke.
And I think Shane's is not quite as long as Earl's.
No, he's missing some of the tennis wrap and tape and. Yeah, the day I see Shane wearing ass weights, I'll be giving up this game forever, I think.
I think Shane plays best when he needs some fishing tackle.
He must need it a lot because he plays good just about every time he screws his cue together.
Yeah. And he likes to fish, too. I mean.
Oh, he loves it.
And he takes is that his lady friend or I guess that's his lady friend.
He's got a lady friend that I think, but he fishes a lot with his cousin.
Is that girl his cousin?
The one that goes ice fishing with him? Yeah, that's his cousin.
Oh, okay. I wasn't quite
Yeah, they do a lot of fishing up there in South Dakota.
They dress up like polar bears.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm more of a fair weather fisherman. Yeah, I want the sun out, sitting in the shade with cold beer.
Well, yeah, it's a lot of fun sometimes. When you get my age, sometimes you just go fishing. Don't even put no bait on the rod. Just throw it out there and set.
You see, yeah, you don't want the fish to bother you.
Yeah, don't bother me. I'm just relaxing here.
I remember my dad teaching me. He says, "Hey, if the fish aren't biting," he says, "that's when you get out a sandwich."
That's right.
Because as soon as you start eating that sandwich, them fish are going to start biting. Oh, Vicky tried that combo, didn't quite get it to go. But she's put their 12 ball right in front of that hole, so they're looking good there. That 7 is trouble.
Yeah, they own the deed to that hole.
They do.
You can just see the gears turning in Steve's head.
Yeah, he thinks pretty well at the table.
One thing I've noticed about him, he pays attention to what he's making his partner do.
Yep, he's a good partner to have. He's pretty even-keeled and
even-tempered and shoots well.
Stacy's kind of focused on talking to one of the security guys here, and they're laughing and joking. She must know him. Must be a.
Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen.
Holy smokes! You're gonna get us in trouble, Yachts.
Louisiana calling. Y'all pardon me, I broke a rule.
Left his cell phone on.
I left my cell phone on and somebody called me. I only had 3 people to know this phone number. I'm going to turn the volume down so they can't get me.
It's day 1, so you're not in tournament mode yet.
That's true. I'm just barely awake.
Yeah, you guys got in kind of late last night, didn't you?
Yeah.
I think Rick said something you weren't supposed to be coming in till about 1:30 or so.
Well, we weren't supposed to land till 12:20, and that pilot found him a tailwind somewhere along the line,
Oh, that's good. I love it.
and we landed at 11:28.
Holy smokes. All right, so Stacy is taking that piece of real estate back,
Yes, she did.
but
Somebody sold the deed to that one.
I don't think Paul and Vicky are going to need it because Paul's going to shoot this 15 down, and Vicky will have the 14 right after this.
Oh, he's jacking
Well,
up.
yeah, I would not jack up on this one.
Yeah, I'm not saying it loud enough.
He made it,
Yeah, but look what he did.
but he didn't. Yeah, he didn't leave much.
She's going to have to shoot over that.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't just let it roll forward a little bit.
That's that Canadian thinking.
Should have rolled forward, eh?
Eh. Well, the other thing is, where he comes from, the air is awful thin. And it affects the oxygen going to their heads and stuff like that.
Oh, there's things that affect the oxygen going to his head, but it's not thin air.
Tacky.
Oh. He wouldn't argue with me, I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, he'd argue with a telephone pole.
He knows I'm right.
She's going to what, kick that? Oh,
She back cut it. Oh,
yeah.
my goodness. Oh. And she Paul said my heart skipped a few beats there. Well,
They said, well, from the frying pan into
okay.
the fire.
Okay, she made hers. Now, Paul, you got to make your tough shot.
That's right. You got to make a magic shot there, Paulie.
He's still holding his chest.
That's what he's going to try to do, bank out and back over in that corner where he's at.
Not sure what he's looking at here.
Is that the 9-ball down there?
Yeah,
that
we
corner?
got
Yeah.
we got the 9 and the
Yeah.
1. Okay, he's gonna bank the 11 cross side. And he missed it.
Well, now, looky here. They're trying to buy back that corner.
Yeah, I don't think he really wanted to leave that there. I think Steve has got this 1 ball
In the corner,
in the side,
yeah.
and he'll roll down nicely to this top rail for the 7.
He's already got it figured out.
He's just looking to see where he wants to get Stacy for that 7.
She's going to have a hard time getting out of there anyway, isn't she?
She's yawning. She's yawning. She's bored. Me too.
There you
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Well, we didn't quite get her as far up here as he would have liked.
I think she can still get it, but she's going to have a terrible time getting
I
out
think
of there.
she'll probably have to go rail first.
Come off the end rail there.
I think if she comes in here rail first, hits that, it'll send the cue ball down this way, but we'll see.
I think she's going to get that 15 ball. That's at the 15?
The 11?
Yeah, 11, I'm sorry. Oh, she hit it first anyway.
Man, she fouled.
I'm not looking.
Okay.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Oops. That was an oops.
Gotta go.
Oh. Gotta teach him to let me know before he slams that microphone down on the table. Bill had to go make a call. All right, so Vicky and Paul have a good chance to tie this up. Vicky shoots the 11, draws back, give Paul the 9 in the corner. Okay, he's left Vicky a 13 ball up here in the top left corner. She can just draw back a little bit, give Paul the 8 ball. Paul just needs to make this 8. We'll have ourselves a hill match. And he does. We are Thrill Hill. All right, you got to tell me before you throw that thing on the.
Oh, did I bust your eardrums?
Well, yeah. I got to turn your microphone off, and then you can.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's just a training issue.
That's right.
All right, so Steve and Stacy will have the break here, Hill.
They'll have the honors.
Hey, they had a break and run earlier. They'd love to get another one right here.
Yeah, B&Rs are hard to come by. See there, I'm a horrible excuse for a human being.
Don't think he was talking about you.
Oh, okay.
At least we're entertainable.
Paul comes over and says, at least we're entertaining. I'm like, I wanted to tell him you're running into my nap time here. Oh, holy smokes. Everything just went straight.
Oops.
But the cue ball was one of them.
An owie.
Well, he made half the rack, but the other half is still tied up, so.
Yeah. They got a blood clot right there at the dot.
Let's see what Paul's gonna do here.
Well,
hey, I've learned in the commentating booth, you don't try to figure out what's
not
going through Paul's mind.
No, that's true. I mean, ain't no telling what he's going to do here. Well, he's going to have to make a choice.
Okay, he is looking at shooting the 7 in the corner.
And knocking him out.
And follow in and, yeah, bump the 15 to bump the 5 out. Okay, well, he made his ball and bumped out a couple of the other team's balls, but his is still tied up.
Let's see what she's going to do. Go for
Okay,
that 4.
so Vicky can either shoot the 4 or she's got the 6.
Yep. Okay.
She just
Well,
took,
if she gets that 4 in there and leaves that cue ball about where it is, he can cut that 6 in there and try to get that 5 out.
they were just looking at the 5, and Paul asked Vicky if it goes, and I think she said yes. So she may try to get him on that right now. Must go in the side.
I don't think
They're
so.
trying. Yeah, they're trying to decide whether to shoot the 4 or the 6 first. She was just about ready to shoot the 6, and Paul said, "Well, you could shoot the 4."
Yeah. Well, if he shoots the 4 and he uses the 6, he can get to the 3 or the 5.
Yeah, it's funny. When we first went to the open communication, we were down in Arizona, and this one gal says, "I don't like it. My husband is telling me everything." She says, "He's telling me like almost when to breathe in and breathe out." And I said, "Well, you can tell him to shut up too." And she went, "Hey, yeah." And the funny thing is, they came back the next year. They hardly said anything, and they won.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so Vicky's looking at the 4 now. So he's going to roll this 4 in the side. Nicely done.
Now then, we can do something with this 6.
Yeah, now Paul can either get shape on the 5 or move the 5. He looks like he's going into it. Well,
he missed it.
oh, he didn't need to go near that hard.
Well, she can play a little. She can actually play a little defense here. She can get that ball rolling slow enough down into that 3.
If he'd have used about half that speed, he'd have bumped it out of there real nice.
Yep.
But at that speed, it just widened the angle enough to where he missed everything.
Put too much Canadian on it.
Yeah. Well, Vicky is looking at the 5.
That looks too scratchy to me.
Now she's banking the 3 or just going to play a safety off of it. I got a feeling we're seeing safety here. Yeah, we are.
That's what I said to do in the start with. Right there,
And that's a good.
Down
Yeah, that was a good one. That
that's
was a good shot there. That was a good shot.
She listened to us for once.
There was a discussion, one of the Facebook rooms, about why can't players wear earphones? And we've actually caught twice. We've caught players listening to the commentary when they're playing on a TV table.
Oh, Lord.
Well, we caught one guy doing it at a tournament, and then one time his wife was sitting in the, like right behind him,
Yeah.
and she's watching a stream on her phone and then telling him what we were saying. So we had to tell her, no, you can't do that.
Can't do that.
But yeah, there was a story about one of the big gambling matches that they were playing one pocket, and one of the guys was wearing earphones, and everyone just assumed he was listening to music, and he was listening to, like, 2 Hall of Fame one pocket players commentating his match. I'm thinking that's at least a ball, I don't remember who the commentators were, but if you got like Billy Ann Cardona and Scott Frost telling you how to play one pocket, that's going to give you a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, it's looking for an edge.
So, yeah, there's reasons why we have those rules. Well, Paul just doesn't need to be the hero here. He needs to contain them one more time.
Oh, he's jacking it up.
He can't help himself. Oh wow, I thought he could hit that 3 without spinning around. Okay, he was a little more hooked than I thought. I thought he was going after the 5.
I did too. Well, I smell some defense coming here.
Well, I think Steve's got some offensive opportunities here.
That one right there is going to be a tough one, no matter what he does. Because he's going to have to put some.
Kind of like, well, they could get the 14, 12, and the 9 off up here.
He's awful close to that 14.
Oh, you're looking at the 15.
Whatever
Here's
I'm
the
looking
14. Here's the 15.
at. Okay, the one next to the ball is the one I'm looking at.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I think he's a little too close for that
Yeah.
one.
Okay. Now,
Okay, so he shot the 14 in the side. Now Stacy's going to have either the 9 or the 12. She can.
She did a 12, get over on the 9.
They want to get either in this area or this area to get on those two balls, but
Will that 9 go by that 8? That's what he was looking at a while ago, wasn't
the 15,
Yeah.
I believe it does.
it? Okay.
Here comes Paul. He'll tell us.
Can't tell.
Well, Paul was no help at all. He said he
Uh,
can't tell either. He was coming back here to see if it went. He's standing out there at the table. I was like, oh, does it go? I can't tell. So it must be really close. Well, the 9 went. Whoa, 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 whoa.
No, it ain't
okay, okay, she's fine.
A little straight in on that. What's that, 14?
Yeah, Steve's got the 12 now.
12 there. These these new Cyclops balls get me screwed up sometimes. Old eyeballs and shades of colors.
It's a little easier for me. The lighting in here is a little different than what we didn't have lights over the tables in Arizona. The casino we were at, there's just no way to hang them from the ceiling there. And it was kind of yellowish. Boy, it really played havoc with.
Am I the only one here now?
Yeah, I haven't seen Dwayne.
I haven't either. Dwayne, where are you?
I think you're it.
Oh, Lord. Okay. I can handle it.
Yeah, you haven't had too rough of a time.
No.
I think we actually had more calls like first thing this morning before you guys got here. I was back here commentating, and Rick was running out there.
Well, that's pretty good. Dwayne and Rick are both gone.
Yeah, they're probably sitting outside talking while Rick smokes.
Yeah, they're out there politicking.
Well, Vicky's gonna have to come up with some sort of a safety here, I think, off the 3.
Another magic shot.
I think if she could come off that 3 and just leave the cue ball down on the bottom rail, would contain him. You just want to make sure you get back to the table here.
I think she's going to try to come off the rail and hit it.
Yeah, there's Rick. Hill, you get down to it. One mistake is going to cost somebody the match. It's either one mistake or one great shot.
That was a great shot.
That was a great shot.
She done good.
That was a good shot.
She done good.
She done good. Every now and then they just defense the daylights out of you.
Well, let's see. Stacy's much more offensive-minded, I've noticed.
Just thinner, come all the way up to it.
I think she's looking at a bank. She has made some tremendous shots in this.
Yes, she has.
What's up, Brett? You can only get 6 likes out of 45 here. It's a shame.
I smell a defense.
Beautiful.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this.
That is strong.
Oh, but also left defensive. They're like, I hope we got that on video. Yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
You can go watch it on YouTube right now. I think Steve's almost glad she didn't make it.
It had been a long distance shot down in there.
He's hoping for an easier shot after Paul shoots here.
Well, he's going to have to pull him off a magic shot here. He's going to have to two-rail this one probably.
So, hey, folks, we got a bunch of you watching. If you like what you're seeing and you like free pool, hit the like button down there on your screen. That's the thumbs up button. Lets our sponsors and YouTube know that people like what we're bringing you. And it helps us to be able to continue to bring it to you free of charge.
Ain't no price like free.
That's right. That's right.
What in the blazes has he got on his mind now?
It's funny. It's only free for some people.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
If you're watching it, somebody's paying for it, and we'd rather it be sponsors instead of viewers.
Yep.
All right, so Paul's going to come in off the side rail at that 3.
Oh,
No,
oops.
he did not hit it.
Oops.
That is going to hurt.
This might leave a mark.
Hey, we're finally going to see if that 15 goes. We're going to get the answer. We're going to get the answer to the question we've had for the last 10 minutes.
That's
Does
right.
the 15 go?
Well,
And I'm gonna say no, it doesn't go. If he's still looking at it and pass, wow, I can't. If you're gonna pass this up, you got to break it out.
well, that's what he's going to try to do.
Okay, now. Well, I didn't like where he was putting the cue ball. Okay, I like it now. Now he needs to hit it easier than what Paul did. This is about where Paul was when he
Yeah.
tried to break it out.
Oh, they both missed it.
Okay, he used too much. Paul hit it. Paul hit it too hard, and Steve hit it with too much English.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they're gonna have to let the girls break this out because both of them have failed. Stacy will break it out. She's looking at it. She's got a pretty good angle here too to go into it, I think. Problem is you hate breaking out the ball you have to shoot at next, but
Well, what's she going to do, actually?
I think
What do you think?
she can cut this. She can cut the 12 into the 10 into the side and
Yeah.
go into it. Here we go. Not hard though. You don't want to go into it hard. Okay,
she got it
she's
out of
fine.
there.
She's fine. Steve's got a shot. That was a great shot.
Leave it to the creative ladies.
That's right.
All she's got to do is, all Steve's got to do is push around there just a little
Make
bit.
this, just stun it forward a little bit.
There you
Just
go.
like that. Stacy's got this for the match. Paul pretty much knows it's over. He's
Turn out the lights. Paul's night's over.
there it is, folks.
Mr.
Tamera and Moses have won this match in Hill style. Thanks for joining us. We will be back here in a little bit with more action from the Northwest 8-Ball Championships at the Snoqualmie Casino. So go get a drink, grab a bite to eat, whatever you got to do, and we'll see you in a little bit.